The breaking news, the U.S. and Iran, and tonight the White House acknowledging this is a fragile ceasefire, and it's already being tested tonight. Just hours after President Trump announced the 2-week ceasefire, Iran then saying it had closed the Strait of HormuZ. The White House had demanded Iran open the critical passageway. Iran closing the strait, blocking oil tankers from going through as Israel unleashed a sprawling attack on Lebanon. President Trump saying Lebanon is not included in this ceasefire deal, calling it, quote, a separate skirmish. Tonight, a gallon of gas in the U.S. now at $4.16 a gallon, up $1.22 since this war began. And the Strait of HormuZ remains closed. So what next? Mary Bruce leads us off from the White House.
The White House says the, quote, fragile ceasefire with Iran is holding. But tonight, President Trump's key condition remains unmet. Iran refusing to reopen traffic through the Strait of HormuZ. Still, Vice President J.D. Vance, who is now leading negotiations, insists, quote, fundamentally, we're in a good spot.
No ceasefire ever goes without a little bit of choppiness.
Iran says it will not reopen the strait because they say the U.S. has gone back on what they claim was a key element of the truce, that Israel would stop bombarding Iranian-backed Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. Today, Israel unleashing a sprawling barrage of more than 100 attacks on the Lebanese capital Beirut, the most since the war began, killing at least 180 people, more than 1.2 million people displaced in the conflict. Iran's foreign minister declaring the world sees the massacres in Lebanon. The ball is in the U.S. court, and the world is watching whether it will act on its commitments. But Vance today saying Lebanon was never part of the ceasefire deal.
I think this comes from a legitimate misunderstanding. I think the Iranians thought that the ceasefire included Lebanon, and it just didn't. We never made that promise. We never indicated that was going to be the case.
One thing is clear, Iran still controls the strait. Before the war, ships could pass through free of charge. But President Trump now telling our John Carl the U.S. and Iran could work together one day to collect tolls, saying we're thinking of doing it as a joint venture. Any arrangement like that seems a long way off. And tonight the strait remains closed. The national average price for a gallon of gas now at $4.16, up $1.22 since the war began. Economists say it could take months to fall once the strait reopens. Today, the administration also pressed to explain the president's plan for halting Iran's nuclear program and moving their more than 900 pounds of enriched uranium out of the country.
They will either give it to us, which the president has laid out. They'll give it to us voluntarily. We'll get it. We'll take it out. Or if we have to do something else ourselves, like we did in Midnight Hammer or something like that, we reserve that opportunity.
And David, those negotiations are supposed to begin in earnest this weekend in Pakistan, but the two sides are not on the same page on a host of issues. And tonight, Iran says the Strait of HormuZ remains closed. And that was President Trump's top demand when he agreed to this ceasefire, David.
Mary Bruce leading us off here tonight. Mary, thank you.